Good morning. This is your 3x3. It's actually a 4x4 for the last full week of May 2020. And the first story we have this week, oh, by the way, got to apologize for the long hair. I haven't had hair this long since I was in 7th grade and thought my orange pants were cool. At any rate, the first story this week comes from the small country of Denmark, which isn't thinking small at all. Denmark's planning to develop 2 energy islands with wind turbines generating up to 4 gigawatts by 2030. One of the islands would be an artificial structure built in the North Sea that eventually could host 10 gigawatts of wind. The energy may ultimately be dedicated, at least in part, to production of hydrogen for industry and transport. Those are the toughest sectors right now to decarbonize, so create green hydrogen from wind and push it into those sectors. Also, another island not thinking small these days is Kauai. The latest and excellent Scott Madden industry update highlighted the Hawaiian CoOp's efforts at renewables, which this past year they hit 59% renewable energy, with most of this coming 35% from solar, 11% from hydropower, 10% from biomass, and then a smattering of other contributions. Customer rooftop solar represented about a third of the solar generation. Kauai is perhaps the most advanced balancing authority in terms of integrating renewables and demonstrating what can be done. It has some pretty big batteries, has had for a while, so that helps, and a gas turbine that helps provide inertia and power quality. Late last month, the Kauai CoOp reported routinely operating at 100% renewables during the daytime for, on average now, since January 1 of this year, 5 full hours every single day on average across the year. So that's pretty interesting. And then the next story is from Bloomberg New Energy Finance about electric vehicles and internal combustion engines. BNEF reports that EV sales will plummet about 18% this year to 1.7 million vehicles. But perhaps more importantly, internal combustion engine sales are expected to decline by a full 23%. But here's the kicker in this recent analysis and story. BNEF commented that its analysis, quote, suggests that global sales of internal combustion engines peaked in 2017 and will continue their long-term decline after temporary post-crisis recovery, unquote. In large part, that's because the total cost of electric vehicles will be less than for internal combustion engine vehicles within the next 5 years or so. And finally, for our last story this week, it's about green hydrogen. There's a company that's unveiling a factory very shortly in California. The company's called SGH2. It's a startup. And they claim that with plasma torches heating up waste to 4,000 degrees centigrade, they can essentially burn the waste without producing any ash. So basically converting it straight over to gases. Hydrogen and carbon monoxide are 90% of the mix coming out of that. They'll clean up the other gases. So they indicate this $55 million facility, which will start construction near LA in early 2021, will yield 3,800 tons of hydrogen annually, with most of that being sold for refueling for hydrogen vehicles in California. Its parent company, Solana Group, has run a demonstration project using the same technology in Pennsylvania for 7 years. So it seems that it's feasible. Whether the cost pencil and it's actually as cheap as gray hydrogen, we'll find out shortly. But another possibly very positive milestone on the way towards a cleaner and greener economy. Thanks for watching this week. We'll see you next week, and stay healthy out there.